Hello and welcome to another episode of Sportswithmongha, and we are back with the final qualifying of this 2024 Formula One season. Abu Dhabi qualifying done and dusted, and now we have our grid set. It's P1 McLaren and P2 McLaren. It's McLaren 1 2. They have their hands on the constructors trophy already, in my opinion, but can they hold their nerves? That's the big question and I think that is going to be the key question for McLaren. If they can hold their nerves and be able to get a good start, but of course not make mistakes, not like uh, break during a safety car or yellow flag or do something stupid like a bad pit stop or something. If that doesn't happen, McLaren are clearly going to win. Because nerves of steel are required to win constructors, guys. It's not easy. What Red Bull has been able to achieve for these years is not easy. It's hard work. What Mercedes has been able to achieve is not easy. It is hard fucking work. Thanks for watching. Sports with Monga. 150 subs. Getting to 1 million. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you are a returning one, share it with your friends. Get in the comments section below. Let me know, what did you think of the qualifying? It was absolutely amazing in my mind because there were so many talking points. Of course, the big talking point is Ferrari versus McLaren. Ferrari with Charles Leclerc starts at the back with a 10-place grid penalty because of changing a PU. They're putting in a new engine, apparently. I think they're testing for 2025 already, but it's going to be amazing to see how this kind of goes. Like if this engine is good, if it's a rocket ship, if it's going to help them, then good job. But he's going to make up a lot of places. Like he starts at the back and he kind of needs to cover everybody and win. Good thing for Ferrari is Mr. Carlos Sainz's P3 is already in the third position, so there is a chance that he could be the one that actually keeps a spanner. But then, as I said, the big question mark is, can McLaren hold their nerve? This will be the first time that McLaren has a chance to actually win a constructors since 1998, guys. So this is historic achievement for the Zak Brown, the Papaya Squad Army. Get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the final race, which is tomorrow. But qualifying brought out some really, really interesting. A bollard, really interesting topics because a bollard kicked out by Kevin Magnussen got stuck with Lewis Hamilton, which ensured that Lewis Hamilton's last qualifying for Mercedes it ended up in disaster. It was Q3. He was out in Q1, guys. He didn't even make a Q2. It was out. So loads to get into. Other talking points, Nico Hulkenberg after qualifying fourth, handed a 3-place grid penalty, failing to understand or failing to follow the race director's guidelines regarding pit exit. Yes, that's what he did. He's got a 3-place grid penalty. That means it's going to be crazy, crazy race, guys. Norris P1, Mr. Oscar Piastri P2, Carlos Sainz P3, Verstappen P4, Gasly P5. Then we've got in Russell in P6, and then we get Hulkenberg in P7 with Alonso, Bottas, and Perez in P8, 9, and 10. Tsunoda 11th, 12th is Lawson, Stroll 13th. Leclerc goes to the back with Magnussen, then takes the 14th, 15th is Albon, Hamilton 17th, Colapinto and Doohan, and behind him is Charles Leclerc for the race tomorrow. Absolute crazy scenes, but as I said, Lando Norris clinches the pole position for Abu Dhabi Grand Prix ahead of Piastri as McLaren lock out the front row. They have the constructors, guys. It's done. The Papaya team will win if this is how it ends tomorrow. But is this how it will end? Is this how it will end? in your mind? Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Lando Norris will start from pole position for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Briton leading teammate Oscar Piastri to secure a McLaren front row lockout on a weekend where the squad are hoping to clinch a long-awaited constructors title after Max Verstappen initially set a time strong enough for provisional pole during the first runs of Q3. It was Norris who surged ahead during the decisive final laps on the effort of 1 minute 22.595 seconds, putting him 200th of a second clear of a Piastri. Carlos Sainz was third, while Nico Hulkenberg grabbed a sensational fourth in his last event for Haas. He's moving to Sauber. Verstappen ultimately had to settle for fifth, ahead of Alpine's Pierre Gasly and sixth, and George Russell of seventh of Mercedes. Fernando Alonso took P8 for Aston Martin, just beating Valtteri Bottas, whose progressive Q3 earned applause from the Sauber team, with Sergio Perez completing the top 10. Charles Leclerc session came to an end in Q2 when his pace-setting final lap was deleted for track limits, putting him P14, which will become a back off the grid start owing to a 10-place grid penalty given on Friday because of a new unit. Yuki Tsunoda and Liam Lawson failed to progress RB in the 11th and 12th, while Aston Martin's Lance Stroll also departed Q2 in 13th, and Kevin Magnussen was 15th in his last weekend racing for Haas. The big news from Q1 that Lewis Hamilton suffered an early exit in his final qualifying session for Mercedes, the seven-time world champion, ending the day in P18 after hitting a loose bollard that had been knocked out on the track by Kevin Magnussen. Also eliminated were Alex Albon for Williams and in 16th, and Kick Sauber's Zhou Guanyu in 17th. The other Williams of Franco Colapinto in 19th, and Alpine's Jack Doohan ended his first qualifying session in the 20th position. Loads of talking points. I would start from the back. Jack Doohan finally gets his Alpine debut. I would say there was nothing impressive, but it just gets him through the motions. He just gets through what a weekend will look like in 2025 when he starts. Alpine, he gets a chance to talk to his engineers, understand what he needs to build over the winter, gets him an early peek into development of the team for 2025. How does the engine look, etc., etc. Jack Doohan is going to be amazing to watch him in Australia. He's a local Aussie guy, Aussie kid, replacing, of course, like we have an Aussie in Oscar Piastri, and now we have an Aussie in Jack Doohan. So a lot of Aussie kind of, I would say, flavor for and we have Valtteri Bottas, but he's not there anymore from next year. So we have some amazing it's going to be amazing for, I think, Jack Doohan and for the Doohans and for the Australians in the Australian Grand Prix next year. Colapinto, final qualifying for him. I don't think he's going to get a race series. I think he's done and dusted. He has shown potential, but he's also shown that he needs time to learn the ropes better. But who will take that call on him? It's interesting of what is happening in 2025, guys. 2025, a race seat. 2025 drivers, F1. It's interesting to see how it's kind of ending, right? Like, it's basically the Bortoleto is in Sauber along with Nico Hulkenberg. I think in Haas it is Ocon and Oliver Behrman. Alpine has Jack Doohan and Pierre Gasly. Mercedes has Kimi Antonelli and Mr. George Russell. So a load of people, a load of youngsters, Bortoleto, Behrman, and I think they're going to put, and I think RB is going to choose Hajar. I think, and I think Perez is going to lose his seat. Liam Lawson, I think there's a shootout happening, and I think Liam Lawson versus Liam Lawson versus Yuki Tsunoda is going to happen, and I think Liam Lawson is going to get the RB seat. Yuki Tsunoda sits back in RB. They're going to put Hedger in that seat, another youngster, and I think Kimi Antonelli. But that's going to be interesting. So if you're going to have like Bortoletto, Behrman, Hedger, Doohan, four, or like and Kimi Antonelli, five, one, two, three, four, five youngsters. And I don't think there's a dearth of talent. So Colapinto could get a seat. Jogon Yu could get a seat like next year, like mid-season. Valtteri Bottas, like somebody would have come and said, "Hey guys, we want some experienced heads. We got like Mr. Schumacher can come back, right? Mick Schumacher can come back." So there's a lot of talent out there. People and that's going to happen in my mind. But it's interesting to see where it ends right now, because I think Perez's season and seat in Red Bull is done. He needs to move on. There's going to be new players coming in, and it's going to be interesting. But everything is wrapping up for 2025. The big battle, of course, is Russell versus Max Verstappen. The war of words has happened. They're not on each other's Christmas cards. I'm possibly sure for that. That's not happening. They're no longer in each other's Christmas cards. There are better things to do, and it is going to be amazing to see how this gonna goes. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. Final race of the season 2024. It's a wrap up, guys. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And then Mr. Carlos Sainz moves to Williams, his final chance to win a race. Why will he help Charles Leclerc? He is going to go for the win, and I'm going to tell you he's going to win the race. That's what I have with my crazy prediction. That was my prediction. That was my surprise. That's going to happen. And Ferrari, Mr. Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris are going to crash in the first corner. Yes, this is what I'm manifesting. They've crashed in the first fucking corner, and their race is then and there. The season is gone for them. And Manchester United will win the Premier League. Okay, I'm going completely mad. McLaren, crash. I think it's going to be interesting. Like Andrew Settle now needs, or he needs to now sit down and talk to it and basically say, "Hey guys, take it fucking easy. Don't dive bomb into each other. Just don't do that. Just and do any fucking thing. Just don't dive bomb into each other to kind of fucking end the race for each other." This is happening since 1998. This is the first fucking time we're going to get this. Don't fuck it up. McLaren, for the win. Only for their own success to be too much for them. Will they be able to handle the pressure? Get in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. Formula One. It's a wrap. Race reaction coming soon for you guys. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Peace.